Oh my God.
Is that enough?
No!
No?
I live on £2 a month. £2 a week.
£2 a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling everybody. You know, we should win like £6,000 a month, not £2,000. That's the minimum wage. £2,000.
You need at least 40k a year.
40k a year, yeah. How many holidays we should have per year?
2. Or at least 28 days.
28 days,
at least.
Yes. If you're living on the average UK wage, you are not living, you're just surviving. Let me explain. The average UK living wage right now is about £30,000. So after national insurance, tax, other payments, you're left with £2,000 a month. So these are going to be your outgoings. You've got rent £900, council tax £150, bills £350, groceries £250, transport £100, phone bill £40, and then general stuff £150.
I do not know whether
that comes out to £1,950. So you're only left with £60.
If you live in the UK, I do not know how you are supposed to survive right now.
Does anybody just find themselves scared when they go grocery shopping these days?
If you're living on the average UK wage, you are not living, you are just surviving.
Is £2,000 per month enough to live in London?
You're joking?
Is that enough?
No!
No?
I live on £2 a month. £2 a week.
£2 a week, isn't it?
Look at how I look. Look at how I look. Depleted. Depression. Stress. Anxiety.
I've been unemployed for the last 6 months. The cost of living in the UK is extremely high and seems to be increasing every time we turn around.
The UK cost of living crisis has officially turned life into a survival game, except there's no prize money and the difficulty setting is stuck on impossible. People are cutting back, skipping essentials, and waiting for politicians to fix things, which, let's be honest, is like waiting for rain in a drought. Stick around because we're breaking it all down. And yeah, hit subscribe, unless you enjoy financial pain, in which case, carry on.
This is another reason we're leaving this country. We want some lamb mince to make a kebab and it's £7.50. Look at the pack. The size of my hand. Getting absolutely ripped off in this country.
£7.50.
And I've had enough. City.
Is £2,000 per month enough to live in London?
You're joking?
No chance. No chance? What's the minimum wage?
£2 a month to live in London.
Oh my God.
Is that enough?
No!
No?
I live on £2 a month. £2 a week.
£2 a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling everybody. You know, we should win like £6,000 a month, not £2,000. That's the minimum wage. £2,000.
You need at least 40k a year.
40k a year, yeah. How many holidays we should have per year?
2. Or at least 28 days.
28 days,
at least.
If you're living on the average UK wage, you are not living, you are just surviving. Let me explain. The average UK living wage right now is about £30,000. So after national insurance, tax, other payments, you're left with £2,000 a month. So these are going to be your outgoings. You've got rent £900, council tax £150, bills £350, groceries £250, transport £100, phone bill £40, and then general stuff £150. That comes out to £1,940. You're only left with £60 in your bank. So what happens when your car breaks down, your rent goes up by £100, or you get fired from your job? This is the reality most people living in, a few unexpected bills away from panic. And relying on one salary in 2025 is a big risk. Now compare that to an online business where one client brings you £500 a month. This is exactly why you need to start a business, because relying on the government or on a 9-to-5 in the UK will keep you just above broke for the rest of your life. If you're struggling to find a business to start, comment the word lead and I'll send you my free guide.
Monaco is cheaper than the UK. My husband was watching the Formula 1 and we were talking about Monaco. He's been, I haven't. And I said that I'd love to go and he's like, the thing is, babe, like everything is just so expensive out there. Like you wouldn't believe it, like a round of drinks, you literally just wouldn't be able to afford it. Okay then babe, pull up a price list. He hadn't been for a while, but he brought up like the current typical prices and he was like, look at this. A can of Coke will be around €9 and a cappuccino is like €3-4. I was like, babe, yesterday I bought the kids pick a mix each and it was literally £15. Last weekend I got the kids an ice cream each and I had a coffee and he had a Coke and it was like £25. I used to be able to like eat out for £25. Now you can't even get ice creams and a drink. Like seriously, Monaco looks like a Sun 950 holiday compared to going out in the UK right now. What in the cosy lives is that all about? I actually think I'd be better off going to Monaco. Get more for your money over there. When I was talking to my sister, she lives in America. She was telling me her Starbucks order for her and her daughter, and I was like, babe, like that is like £30 over here. She was like, no, it is not. So we compared the prices of her Starbucks versus our Starbucks. Ours are extortionate, and McDonald's prices are completely different. Her McDonald's are so much cheaper than ours, and that's not just because of the currency. Like, if you look at it like for like, remember when Happy Meals were £1.99? Husband still to this day thinks that a Big Mac meal was £2.89. What in the millennial?
I left my yard thinking a packet of Marylands were £1. Take them out now, put them on the counter. It's £1.59. Man only stepped out with £1 change. I told boss, listen, man's got to run you that 60p later, because it's dark.
Why the UK is a terrible place to live if you're a business owner or entrepreneur. So let's just say you have £1 and that's what you've earned, right? That's your profit. You have VAT, which is value added tax, and this takes about 20% off. So you're left with about 83p. You're then taxed again. I can't remember what the name of the tax is, but the point is you end up with 60p. And if at the end of it all you choose to pay back yourself in terms of like dividends, and then you lose about 22p, so you're left with 38p. Don't quote me on the stats or anything, but this is just something I heard. To work and bust your ass for £1 and to be left with 38p. No wonder millionaires are leaving the UK for Dubai.
So this is why I can't live in this country. £4 for this. So I don't know if it's just me, but I personally feel like that's a fucking piss take, to be honest. Look. How many chips are in there? I could count them chips. £4 for that. That must have cost about 40 pence to make. And the thing is, I was so close to saying something as well to the girl when she put it down on the counter, but I felt bad because she was like, she looked like she just started a job or something. But I really wanted to say, like, is that it? But I didn't. I held my tongue. I thought, Chantel, just leave it. Just leave it. Just put your salt and vinegar on and leave the shop, because this is just what life is now. You're just gonna have to deal with it, love.
I've just seen this in the shop, and this just backs up about my post the other day about how shit the UK's got. I can't believe they're actually doing this in shops now. I'm in a co-op. Blocks of cheese put in a fucking plastic container so people ain't robbing cheese. What the fuck has the UK come to? All that cheese locked up. You can't steal it. Fucking hell.
This is why England is cooked. I am in Leeds train station. Look at the price of this shit. £4 for a pack of Doritos. £3 for a chocolate bar. Meal deal, £5. Pack of prawn cocktail, plain cheese and a Monster. It's alright, but it's still cooked. Bottle of water, £2.24. What the flip? You never guess what? Bag, 99p. All that came to £7 something. What the flip? What the flip? And this is why I've got my case, my backpack, and I'm off again. Where am I going? So, you work a normal 9 to 5, the average salary, what, £8? You'd worked an hour for a pack of crisps, cheese butty and a drink. Let me know. It's a good job that I do a laugh. Link in bio.
Another thing about London that is so stupid, sorry Londoners, but it's the truth, is the price of everything here. So stupid. Tell me why my meal at Five Guys cost me $45. Five Guys, that's a fast food chain, right? The equivalent of McDonald's. I got a meal for one person, $45. Did not get nothing crazy. Not one that I didn't get a toy with it. There is no world at all where a coffee should cost me 10 Australian dollars. That is crazy cakes. That is absolute cakes. I went to one like decent restaurant, not fancy, just like a decent restaurant, and we didn't even drink alcohol, and I'm pretty sure it was $75 each. What the fuck? What the fuck in the fuck?
This video is a little bit old, but everything she will say is still relevant and 100% facts.
Look at how I look. Look at how I look. Depleted. Depression. Stress. Anxiety. Look how I look. Wallahi, I'm telling you now, my face card is what carries me. My face card. I had to look at it. Look at it. My scarf looks like as if I just got out of a fight. Why? Because this country, one thing about you, they go, oh, I want money, I want money, I want money. This government, Rishi Sunak, I don't even know what to add to make for him to feel the way that he makes the people in this country feel. I don't even know where to start. Guys, I work in a school. Yeah, half-term settings. I came here, I said, Alhamdulillah, 2 weeks off. Happy New Year. I'm gonna be at home, sleeping, no stress, no depression. I get a letter in the post. Guess what the letter in the post is? Because if you get a letter in the post in this country, let me tell you now, it's not an invitation to anywhere, yeah? It's not money that somebody is sending you from somewhere, yeah? It's gonna be bad news. And one thing about it, it's gonna be a fine. It's gonna be a flipping fine. Sadiq Khan heard me and realized, oh, Ilhan's not using TFL because she drives, she doesn't take the bars. So what did they send me? Oh, you went through congestion charge. Where was the sign? Congestion charge. So what do? They send you, TFL sends it to you. They said, if you're not going to pay me on the bus, you're going to pay me in the post. That's their mentality. I was like, okay, let me just, whatever, it is what it is. I'll find a way to pay it. Alhamdulillah khair. I get in my car, turn my lights on. My mom goes, one of your lights is not working. Huh? After 2 weeks ago, I just had to spend £140 fixing something else in the car. What's the point? What are we supposed to do now? What are we supposed to do now? So everything. And now I moved out. Alhamdulillah, my house, there's things missing from it. I'm supposed to buy for it. Here's me calling, invitation, calling people in my family. You want to come over? Obviously, you know, come see my place where I'm living now. I'll cook with you. Yeah. Go mornings on the way before you come to my house. Let me tell you now. Where is one supposed to get the money? Where is one supposed to get the money? Then this is the cheek. This cheek and this cheek. Let me tell you what they are. When you get your pay slip, national insurance, pension credit, tax, student finance. Why am I working to just pay something? Why am I getting paid to pay? No. Listen to what I just said. Why are we getting paid to pay? You might as well keep it. You might